Roush Fenway unveiled the 2010 Ford Mustang Nationwide Series car during a press conference on Tuesday at the team's headquarters in Concord, North Carolina. Colin Braun, who will step up to a full-time Nationwide Series program next season, drove up in his new number 16 Conway Freight Mustang to mark the first time the NASCAR Mustang was seen in public. After racing full-time in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series for the past 2 seasons, Braun can't wait to get behind the wheel of the new Mustang next July at Daytona when it makes its competitive debut.
You know, it's exciting to drive the Mustang. It's going to be neat to run that in the 4 races, I guess, that they've got slated for next year. You know, I think the Mustang has always been a car that's been born to race ever since it came out, so it's going to be neat to have that in the NASCAR Series.
Owner Jack Roush is looking forward to bringing a muscle car to the Nationwide Series and thinks it will generate more interest in the series, especially with the muscle car on-track battle between the Ford Mustang and the Dodge Challenger.
We're really excited to be able to carry a true muscle car to the Nationwide Series. I know it'll do a lot to generate even more enthusiasm in that great series than we have today. If the other manufacturers that come along and join, I guess Chevrolet isn't, but Dodge is that right? So we don't have a total commitment from the other manufacturers to bring muscle cars in, but that's going to give it the race within the race that's going to be to see which muscle car outdoes the other muscle cars.
Dating back to 1964, the Ford Mustang has been a big part of Jack Roush's venture into racing, and he continues that tradition with Ford's next chapter with the American pony car in NASCAR.
Well, Mustang is the river that runs through. You know, when I started racing over 40 years ago, the Mustang powertrain was what I used in my Falcon, and then very quickly I get into racing full-size, full-bodied Mustang NHRA legal stock cars. From that to super stock cars to pro stock cars. So, and then we went from that to all the drag racing. We went into road racing with the GTP cars, the Zach Speed Roush cars. At any rate, we did 16 years of road racing, and then we stepped away from the Mustang, or at least I did, and went into the stock car racing, which was Thunderbirds to start with, and then Tauruses, and now Fusions, and of course F-150s. And my son started 3 years ago racing in the Grand American Coney Challenge series, which I've stood in the background and tried to help him with that a little. But this allows us to get back up front with a Mustang in front of the second biggest crowd in racing, second biggest fan base and spectator audience that we've got, and we're back with Mustang. So I'm glad to be back there with it. It keeps the Mustang alive, and it keeps me feel like I've got continuity in my own racing program.
A wide range of Mustangs from the classics to the new 2010 model were on display at the announcement from the local Mustang Club. Roush even went to each one and personally signed them with his trademark Jack Roush USA signature. Ford also brought Bob Tasca III's Motorcraft Quick Lane Mustang funny car, and Roush had his road racing Mustangs on display that included the Nobody's Fool Mustang that Paul Newman, Mark Martin, Tommy Kendall, and Mike Brockman piloted to victory lane in the 1995 Rolex 24. The new Mustang will compete in 4 points races during the 2010 season, beginning with the July 2nd race at Daytona International Speedway, followed by the August 14th event at Michigan International Speedway, the September 10th race at Richmond International Raceway, and at Lowe's Motor Speedway on October 15th. Full integration of the new car into the NASCAR Nationwide Series schedule is targeted for the 2011 season.